Welcome to the Arctic Circle. Today I'm flying all the way home and I thought it might be interesting to take you along with me flying from the Arctic Circle to London. I don't have the easiest route home, but I should be home in about 20 hours from right now, and I'm saying goodbye to this incredible view. So I'm currently in Tromsø, Norway. I'm at the airport right now. This is definitely one of the smallest airports I've ever been to. They don't have many international flights every day, and of course I can't fly direct from here to London. So let's go and check in and let's start our journey. So this is literally the entire airport. It's just one terminal building and I counted 12 check-in desks. Only 12, that's it. Let's go straight to departures. I'm not checking a bag today. It is currently 4:08. My flight is at 7:20, so I have plenty of time. Of course, I got through security very quickly. If you're wondering, there's only 28 gates here. I just literally walked the whole length of the airport and it only took a few minutes. Let me show you the view. Definitely one of the most beautiful airports I've ever been to. Check out these mountains. Incredible. Wow. So yes, one of the most beautiful airports, but also one of the most expensive. The prices here are absolutely outrageous. I mean, the prices in Norway are outrageous to begin with, but especially at the airport. Like, let's take a look at the departure board here. So this airline, I think it's called Winderoo. They have the tiniest little planes and they have the propellers. So a lot of these are domestic flights, but I'm going to Gdansk, which is in northern Poland, and it's at 19:20. It's currently 16:20. It is now 5:45, 1 hour and a half to go. So I made a mistake because I thought there was 28 gates here, because 28 is the highest number, but the lowest number is 18. That means there's 11 gates here. And I remember when I was in Salzburg, Austria, they have a very small airport there, and I thought that one was smaller than this one, but I just looked it up and it said that Salzburg has 14 gates. So this is even smaller than that. So this is officially the smallest airport I've ever been to. I find it so interesting because some of these smaller planes, they have like 50 people on them, like they're so small, but they're literally just buses. Like some of these flights are like 15-20 minutes. It's incredible. My gate is E18. That means I get to go through the international terminal. Ooh. Wow, we only 2 international gates. I'm always interested what they sell in the airports. Look at this. It's salami, but it's reindeer, moose, and whale salami. Look, that one's whale salami. And then we have reindeer salami and moose salami. And also some of the softest socks you will ever feel in your life. Amazing quality.
We resume normal operations. I do apologize for any inconvenience and thank you for attention.
Welcome to Gdansk, Poland. Oh my gosh, we need to talk about that. Welcome to Poland. It is currently 10:30 and that is absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened. I've been to almost 70 countries. I can estimate I've probably been on over 200 flights, maybe 250. I've never had a failed landing before. I swear the wheels were literally on the ground and then we started to take off again. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Because usually when you land, of course, like it calms down and then it gets quieter, but it got louder and louder. I was like, we're gonna take off again, and then we went off again, and then we circled for 15 minutes, and then we luckily landed on the second attempt. But wow, that is terrifying, man. That is scary. And then the captain did say over the PA system that it was some unexpected wind as soon as we touched the ground, so that's why we had to take off again. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then everyone was cheering when we landed the second time. Everyone was like high-fiving and like hugging and stuff, because that is very, very unexpected. Like I said, I've been on a lot of airplanes and I don't want to bring the mood down, but I don't really worry about the plane crashing just because I have zero control over it, so I don't worry about it, you know. There is not much I can do sitting in row 29, so I literally just sit there and just whatever happens, happens. And luckily we made it to Poland. So what is the plan right now? First of all, I need to get some fresh air, so we're just gonna walk down the street a little bit just because my heart was going, let me tell you. But this is the only Poland that I am gonna see today, because I'm going to the gas station, which I know is down here, and I'm going straight back to the airport, and I'm gonna be sleeping in the airport tonight because I have a flight to London tomorrow morning at 6:20. It is currently 10:30, so in about 8 hours time I'm gonna be flying out, so I have no time to go to Gdansk, I have no time to get a hotel, so we're literally gonna go to the store, try and get something, just because there's like a coffee shop and there's like one convenience store in the airport, nothing else. There's no restaurants or anything, and I looked at the map, there's nothing else in this area, so I think a gas station is gonna be all we're gonna get tonight. Anyway, life always goes on. It was such an uncomfortable flight as well. Like the guy next to me kept touching me. It was so annoying. And then there was a baby crying the whole flight. The guy behind me would not stop talking. Every single second of that 2.5 hour flight, he was talking. And then someone smelled really bad, and then someone was playing music. It was an extremely annoying flight, and then we couldn't even land. So, you know, and now I'm in Poland. I never thought I'd be so happy to land in Poland, but let's go and buy something, hopefully some snacks or something. Like I said, now 10:35, my flight is at 6:20, so plenty of time. I'm not going to be able to sleep inside that airport. There is actually a lot of people in there. There's so many late flights. I'm so surprised that there's a lot of people inside the airport, but I just wanted to get some fresh air. But welcome to Poland. I was actually here in Gdansk 1 week ago, and it is a very, very interesting place. I did film a video, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to go and watch that, because Gdansk is a very medieval city and it looks really cool. And something very, very weird. I was in Tromsø, Norway for 5 days, and they have the midnight sun currently, so the sun does not set. So this is the first time I've seen darkness for 5 days. How incredible is that? But the whole reason that I went to Tromsø, the whole reason I was in the Arctic Circle, is to run a half marathon. And yes, I did film a video that's on my second channel, Run with Ben. So again, the link is in the description if you want to watch me run the Midnight Sun half marathon in Tromsø, Norway. All right, here we go, BP Garage. I just hope they have hot food, because there is zero hot food available in the airport this time. So let's go see what we can get. By the way, the airport is literally 10 minutes over there, so I didn't walk that far. If you've watched my international videos before, you know that I like to spend my international currency on the last day before I leave the country. I have 80 Polish, I forget what they're called, but Polish something. They don't have euros here, so I have 80. That is about $20 US, so we got to spend it. I am definitely not sleeping tonight because I got a coffee. They had a deal, a coffee and a Polish pizza for $5, so that's what I got. Delicious. And yes, when it is 11 p.m. and you are very, very hungry, even a gas station pizza is delicious. Let's go back to the airport. I think Poland is one of the best places to be late at night with not much money, just because it's so cheap here. So I got that pizza, the coffee. Here I have some chocolate, some yogurt and some strawberry milkshake, and I still have around $7 US left. That gas station is going to stay open all night, so I can go there before I fly tomorrow if I want to. Or the second option is I can go through security. And I just spoke to the security guard over there and I said, look, I know it's 11 p.m. but my flight is at 6 a.m. Can I go through security now, or is it too early? And he looked at me like I was an absolute freak. He was like, 6 a.m. what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm going to be staying in the airport overnight. Can I go through security? And he was like, yeah, you can go through now. And it's probably better if I do go through security, just because there's a lot of people sleeping out here. Like, the airport is very, very busy. It's almost 11:30. There's a lot of people here, and there's not many seats. There's nowhere to lay, really. There's nowhere to relax, and I think I'm going to have more options if I go through. And I know there's restaurants and stuff in there. There is the McDonald's, which I went to before, which is probably not going to be open, but I just think there's going to be more options if I do go through. So I'm probably going to have my snacks and then try and go through. By the way, if you are Polish, I absolutely love these chocolates. I've had so many of them when I was in Poland. All right, 11:36. Let's try and go through. The security guard wasn't 100% sure that I can actually go through, so I don't know if it's going to work. Let's try. It does work, so you can go through 6 hours early. All right, here we go. I still don't know if this is going to be the right decision, but here we are. Seriously, does anyone actually buy this stuff? Like, who is buying that? Like half a liter, who is buying that and then taking it on an airplane? Like, who's buying that big bottle of vodka and taking it on a plane? I have no idea. Who's buying this stuff? Or this guy, who is buying this guy, taking it on a plane? I have no idea. Yeah, it was the right decision to come through, because there's still a lot of people sleeping here. I guess they have early flights tomorrow, same as me, but there's a lot more seats. There was literally no spaces the other side of security. And I have some good news. So like I said, there is a McDonald's here. This is where I came the last time I was here in Gdansk airport, like 1 week ago, and my flight is at 6:20 a.m. and I was hoping to get a coffee in the morning, but I assumed they're not open 24 hours, which they're not, and I thought they were going to be open at like 6 a.m. but they're open at 4 a.m. which is absolutely perfect. So that's the aim. Just got to make it through the night until 4 a.m. so I can get a coffee at McDonald's and then board my flight 6:20. So there's many empty seats here, but I don't want a seat. I want to try and lay down somewhere. All those guys over there got a couch, and I don't know where I'm gonna lay because I don't want to sit. So there's a bar here, and there's a few people that have put 2 of these chairs together and they're laying across them, so that is an option. I just don't want to get kicked out. I'm not sure what time someone comes to open this bar, but I just don't want to get kicked out. Let's see what else we can find, but that is an option. I guess that's an option as well. So I was thinking over here, but it's literally, it's going to be the floor if it's going to be over here, so not many options, to be honest. There's nobody down this way, but I'm looking for an outlet as well. Oh, there's an outlet there, but it's pretty close to the door. I know this is very exciting video, guys, I know. All right, welcome to my crib. This is the spot that I found. Very luxurious. Got some carpet, there's water fountains, bathroom just down there. Got my own outlet. This is going to be my spot. So it is almost midnight. It is 11:53, so I'm not going to sleep, impossible, so I'm just going to have to make it until the morning. McDonald's breakfast, flying out at 6:20, and time to relax. Hi guys, good morning, 4:30 a.m. Thank you for sticking with me. Did not sleep a single second, feel like crap, but let's go and get some breakfast. Got my breakfast and no more Polish money. It is raining this morning. So this is not even the last leg of my journey, because there are 6 airports with London in its name, but only 2 of those are in London. It's a long story, I'll explain when we get to our destination. So right now I'm flying to London Luton Airport, and it is absolutely criminal that they're allowed to call it London Luton, because it is nowhere near London. So we have a few hour flight to London Luton Airport, and then we still have to get to London. So out of the 6 London airports, we're actually going to go to 3 of those today, so it's a special day. I have no idea what the rules are, but that sign says London Luton Airport. We are in Luton, but we are absolutely nowhere near London. We are approximately 35 miles, almost 60 kilometers from London. I really hope people don't fly into London Luton and think they're going to be in London, because it's so far away. You need to take a train or you need to take a bus, which I'm going to do right now. But I've never been to Luton before, so this is my first time here as well. So earlier I mentioned there are 6 airports with London in their name. Here's a map of all of them. Only 2 of those are in Greater London, and Luton is the furthest away from central London. It's so far away, I have no idea how they're legally allowed to call it London Luton Airport. So this video is about the Arctic Circle to London. We're not in London yet, so the journey is not over. So I'm taking the National Express. These are very popular buses here in the UK, and I actually have to take 2 buses because, like I said, we're going to 3 of the most popular airports in the UK. We have to go from London Luton to London Heathrow to London Gatwick. That's where I live. I'd honestly love to know how many people arrive in Luton thinking they're in London because the airport says London, but they're so far away. Please make sure you know how you're going to get to London before you arrive in London. Welcome to Heathrow Airport. Technically, welcome to London. We are way West London, literally right on the edge. So welcome to London, I guess. But I have one more bus because I don't live here. I live close to London Gatwick Airport, so we still need to get there. One more bus. That bus was just delayed, but luckily I still have 10 minutes before this bus is going to leave to Gatwick. What a day. Oh my gosh. Almost home. Almost home. What a day. Finally, welcome to London Gatwick Airport. Again, not in London, nowhere near London. Let me explain, because it was a bit of a rush when we got to Heathrow because I had to catch the second bus, but London Luton Airport, just forget about it. It's nowhere near London. It's so far north of London. It should be illegal for them to call it London. London Heathrow Airport, it's west of London. Technically, it's inside Greater London, but you can get a train directly into the city, and you can also get a train directly into London from here, from London Gatwick. But again, we're like 30 miles south of London. So right now I'm south, Luton is north, and then Heathrow is west. But do you want to know a crazy thing? My flight from Gdansk to London Luton Airport was cheaper than those buses from Luton to Heathrow to Gatwick. I think I paid, that flight was like $25 US, which is incredibly cheap, and then I think those buses were like $35 US, but I made it. Of course, I don't live at London Gatwick Airport, but this is my international airport. So whenever I have a flight, 99% of the chance I'm coming here. But that is the challenge completed. Around 20 hours ago, I was inside the Arctic Circle at Tromsø Airport, and I just made it back to London Gatwick Airport. I'm so glad to be back. I'm almost home. I have not slept in over 24 hours. I'm extremely hungry. I'm so tired, but what an adventure. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you found this a little bit interesting. What a day. I'm gonna go home now and relax because I am so tired. Thank you for watching. See you in the next adventure. Goodbye.